guys know what makes your ears work? Somebody said it. Okay, so listen very carefully. In your ear here, there's actually a little tunnel that goes in here. And at the end of that tunnel, there is a membrane called the tympanum. And when a sound wave hits the tympanum, that tympanum is going to wiggle. And when it wiggles, it pushes on some little bones. And it causes those little bones to wiggle. And then they push on another little membrane that wiggles. And inside of the cochlea, there's something that's called fluid. And that fluid's going to wiggle. And inside that fluid, in this little cochlea structure that looks like a curled up snail, there's little tiny hair-like structures that are going to wiggle when just the right wavelength of fluid hits it. And you get a little electric impulse from that hair that comes up to your brain and you hear. Now, in the world of insects, they hear different ways. They hear different than we hear. You know, Ms. Sharon said something about praying mantises having their hearing ability on their abdomens. Some insects have a little hole in their front legs. Let me see if I can find a picture of that. I guess I'm going to have to plug in the projector again. But let me see if I can find us a little picture of an insect ear. Would you guys like to see an insect ear? Oh, that's not it.
Molly?
We're going to have to get our projector going again here. There we go. Yep. All right, we'll get our projector going here and we'll be able to see an insect here. A lot of insects will have their ears, if you will, on their front legs. So, we're getting a thing from the internet here saying it's got to think about this for a minute. It says it's got to verify that I'm a human being. I've never figured out how the internet verifies that you're a human being. You know, the internet's not alive. Well, while it's thinking about that, we'll look at another one here. We'll do it this way. Okay, so this little structure, we look at this guy up here. This is a katydid. And you'll notice the arrows here pointing at the front legs. What those look like is this right here. And that's where a katydid and a lot of grasshoppers will hear, is their tympanum is in a little window on their leg. Isn't that kind of crazy? Now, to hear something, that means that they can make noises. And, you know, insects don't have vocal cords like you and I do. You know, if you feel your neck down here, you'll feel a bump right about here. That's your larynx, or your Adam's apple. And that bump is where your vocal cords are. You have two little muscles in there that get tighter or relax to make sound. Like my voice right now is a result of my vocal cords vibrating as air passes them. And depends on the how tight or how loose those vocal cords are. Well, insects don't have vocal cords. Insects have different ways of making sounds. Some of them vibrate different structures, like a cicada. A cicada's got a couple flaps back here in his abdomen that will vibrate. And that makes the ring, ring, ring sound that you hear in the summertime. But a lot of insects do something called stridulation. Now that's a mouthful. Stridulation. Now, stridulation is going to work something like this. They have a part on their body that's got teeth, like teeth on a comb. Now, you guys ready to listen very carefully? Everybody's going to have to listen very carefully. You hear it? Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to take their comb and they're going to pull it across another hard object on their body. So they will stridulate with sometimes with their legs, but a lot of times it's going to be with their wings. And if I can find the right spot here, that's not what I wanted. I got a couple videos pulled up here if I can find the right one. Oh, there's our ear right there. There's the katydid ear. And boy, can't see it there. All right. Let me get the right one here. That's not the one I wanted. Yeah, I guess I'll go back here. Okay, so when they stridulate, this is the sound that you're going to get. You guys ready for this? So that cricket is taking its wings and it's doing this with its wings, and the wings got a comb-like surface on one wing and a hard surface on the other wing, and that's what's making that sound. Is they're just rubbing back and forth with their wings. Now, by the way, we're going to have a little quiz here in a few minutes. So you better be listening very carefully to these different sounds. Let's repeat the cricket sound. You guys ready? That's the field cricket. Make sure you're able to recognize that. You've heard that sound before, right? Okay. So that cricket is stridulating. Okay, earlier I had this little picture up here. Some of you are like, oh, what in the world is that? This is a mole cricket. And a mole cricket, they live around here. They're only active at nighttime. And you've probably never seen one. They dig a hole in the ground, and they'll use that hole in the ground and make their sound. And you can hear a mole cricket for about a mile away. So here we're going to go listen to a mole cricket. Okay, so here comes the mole cricket. Listen carefully. We have northern mole crickets here in our area. So we're going to wait for the internet to come up with the northern mole cricket. Okay, listen carefully. That's a mole cricket.
Sounds like a cricket in pain.
Cricket in pain, huh? Okay, do you need to hear the mole cricket again? No? Yeah? Okay. Listen carefully. Okay, so now we're going to go to a grasshopper. Now, the Carolina grasshopper is a very plain Jane looking critter. They're very hard to see on the ground, but in the summertime the males will fly up in the air and they'll fly straight up. I looked and looked and looked trying to find a video of the Carolina grasshopper doing its thing, but they'll fly straight up and they'll flutter their wings, and their wings are brightly colored. And they'll startle you sometimes, but they will fly up. But this is what they sound like as they flap around in the air, and this is the sounds that the Carolina grasshopper makes. You guys ready?
Yeah.
So each time that's flying up in the air to make that sound. Okay, so that was the Carolina grasshopper. So we've heard the field cricket, a mole cricket, a Carolina grasshopper, and now we're going to go to a katydid. Now katydids, they kind of sound like katydid did, katydid didn't, katydid did, katydid didn't. Now listen carefully. We're going to pull up the Nebraska conehead. Well, let's go with the true katydid first. Common true katydid. So this is a katydid. We'll find these more in eastern Kansas. And here we go. Katydid. Katydidn't. Katydid. So that's a katydid. But then there's something called a conehead. We're going to pull up the Nebraska conehead. You'll find these. They look a lot like a katydid. Isn't that a good? That's a face that only a mother can like, right? Okay. Notice why they are called coneheads. They look like they have looks like their head's a cone. Okay. So here we go. You ready? Listen carefully. You've heard those before in the summertime, haven't you?
Yeah. It sounds like they like eating flowers.
Yeah. So that's a Nebraska conehead. Okay. Now I'm going to go back here to the crickets for a second. See if I can find the snowy tree cricket. You can find a lot of these snowy tree crickets here in our area. Notice they look, they're not a real big insect, and they have a very unique body shape. Okay, you guys ready? You ever heard that sound at night?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Yeah. A little tiny insect making that big old sound. So this is the snowy tree cricket.
Again.
You want to hear that one again?
Yeah.
You want to hear it this way? They'll sound different at different temperatures. The warmer it is, the faster they go.
I've heard this one.
You can use insects to figure out the temperature. Okay? There's actually formulas you can use. You can count the number of chirps, and you do the little math, and you can actually figure out how hot or cold out it is. Okay, now a cicada. Now you guys have heard of cicadas. Some people mistakenly call these locusts. These are not locusts. Cicadas are cicadas. Locusts are grasshoppers. Okay, so this is not a grasshopper. Okay, you're going to want to listen carefully to this one. I know you've heard this one before. You guys have heard cicadas.
I caught a cicada popping.
We'll do another kind of cicada here. And okay, this is one. Okay, you've heard that, haven't you? Cicadas only fire up when it's 80 degrees. So you know it's at least 80 if you hear a cicada going. Now there's been a lot of discussion of praying mantises today. Let's see if we can find out what a praying mantis sounds like. Guys ready?
Praying mantis sound.
Did you hear that? Shall we do it again?
Mantis sound.
Not real noisy, is it? Okay, now, here comes the challenging part. This is going to be the challenging part. We're going to have a quiz. Now notice I'm disconnecting the projector. You're not going to be able to see which one I'm playing. Okay? So this is going to be quiz time, and we're going to get up and we're going to move. Okay? So, I'm going to give you two choices for an insect. And I'm going to play it, and depending on which one you think it is, you're going to either go to that side of the room or you're going to go to that side of the room. Okay?
If you know
So,
it, that side. don't know it, that's fine.
Well, here we go. Our first choice is going to be between a mole cricket and a praying mantis. So if you think it's a praying mantis, you're going to go to that side of the room. If you think it's the mole cricket, you're going to go to that side of the room. Now, you don't have to run. You just have to be slow and careful, okay? So remember, if you think it's a praying mantis, you're going to go to which side? That side. And what for the mole cricket? That side. Okay, so you guys ready?
Yeah.
You gotta listen before you go.
Praying mantis.
Oh, I forgot they said it. Okay. Boy, I got it. All right, that was a freebie. Okay, so for this next one, is this a mole cricket or a field cricket? Field cricket will be on this side. Mole cricket will be on that side. You guys ready?
Wait till you hear it.
Field cricket over here, mole cricket over there. Okay, that was a field cricket. That was the field
What side of
cricket.
the room you go to, what sound it goes.
Okay, so the next choice is going to be, is this a mole cricket or is it going to be a katydid? Mole cricket will be over here. Katydid will be over there. Okay, you guys ready? Mole cricket or katydid? Careful, not lean on the table. Mole cricket's over there. Katydid's over there. Katydid's over there. I'll say it one more time just to make sure you hear me. That is the
Mole
cricket.
Yes!
Alright, we're going to go for the next choice is between the Nebraska conehead or a cicada. Conehead will be over there.
Wait for the table.
Cicada will be over here. Okay, you guys ready? Conehead's over here, cicada over here. So just be patient. Is that the cicada or a conehead? Conehead was over there, cicada's over there.
Dude, this one. Oh, I saw it. Coneheads are over there. There's a conehead over here.
Yep, conehead's there.
Cicadas are over here. I can't wait. Hey, over here.
I'm going to put Mr. Busenitz on the spot. Is that a conehead or a cicada? That's a conehead.
So everything else that included the mole is the same. I went on this.
Okay. You guys ready for the next one? Got this one and one more. Okay, you guys ready? Cicada will be over here. Grasshopper, Carolina grasshopper will be over there. You guys ready?
Wait for the table.
grasshopper. Okay. Here comes your last option. Cicada or grasshopper? Listen up, listen carefully.
Grasshopper. He's.
Grasshopper's over there.
Away from the table.
Yeah, that was the grasshopper, wasn't it? That's the grasshopper. Okay, so cicada first and then the grasshopper. All right, well, I think that's all our time for session 3.